Good morning, children. So, today we are continuing our new topic or the continuation of our last topic, that is liquid gas interconversion, that we are going to study today. And yesterday we have studied solid to liquid interconversion. That means how a solid will be converted to liquid. How we will convert a solid? We convert to liquid by melting. By when we are heating the substance, its vibration will increase so that the molecule will move away, so that the intermolecular space increases. As a result, the solid will slowly melt and convert to liquid, and that temperature is known as melting point, right? And next we have studied the how a liquid will be returned back to solid. That means a water, how we can change it to ice. How we will convert it? By freezing or by cooling. When we are cooling a substance, its molecule will come closer and forms a cluster. What was cluster? Cluster means a group. The molecule will come closer and forms a cluster and forms a tighter, so the intermolecular space decreases. As a result, the liquid state substance will be freezed and converted to solid state, and the temperature at which a liquid freezes to solid is called freezing point. Up to there we have completed yesterday, and today we are going to study how a liquid is converted to gas. So let it be water. How water is converted to water vapor, that we are going to study. When a liquid is heated to a particular temperature, it forms bubbles throughout its bulk, right? So when you are boiling water at home, okay, at the kitchen, when your mother is boiling water, okay, that time after some time, when you have kept it on the burner, after some time you can see the water started to boil by the formation of small water bubbles, right? Bubbles will be forming. So that means that process, the formation of water bubbles, okay, or gas bubbles, in that most bubbles consist of water vapor only, gas only. So the formation of bubbles in water when we are heated is called boiling, that is boiling. And at what temperature the water start to boil, that temperature is called boiling point, okay. And the corresponding temperature is the boiling point. At its boiling point, a liquid gets converted fast into the gaseous state, right? So at the boiling point, what will happen? The liquid will slowly, we know that if we are taking a beaker of water like this, if I am taking this beaker, in this I am taking a vessel of water, I am taking. So in this water, in this beaker, there will be so many water molecules, right? Water molecules are there with the intermolecular space. So when we are heating the water will start to boil. That means large amount of bubbles will be forming. That means gas bubbles are formed. So how it is formed? When we are heating the substance, these molecules will move very fastly, they will collide very fastly. As a result, the intermolecular space increases, and slowly these gas bubbles will try to escape out. These molecules will try to escape out in the form of water vapor. Understand? At what time it will escape? At a boiling point. When the water is at boiling point, the water molecule will collide with each other, and the intermolecular space will increase, and as a result the water vapors are produced. Like this way, liquids are formed to gaseous substances. That is why when you see all the bubbles, okay, that is why you will see all the bubbles. So when we are heating at a boiling point, the water is converted to water vapor. That is why you can see gas bubbles, large amount of gas bubbles in water. So on being heated, the molecules move still farther upward. Now I have explained that molecules will move away. The intermolecular force become too weak. As the distance increases, force of attraction decreases. So the intermolecular force become too weak to hold them together, and a gaseous state result. As a result, what is formed? Gaseous state substances are formed. Okay, so among common liquids, among the all common liquids like water, alcohol, etc., water boils at what temperature? The boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius, and the ethyl alcohol means a simple alcohol only. Okay, the ethyl alcohol will boils at the boiling point of ethyl alcohol is 78 degrees Celsius and glycerin at 290 degrees Celsius. At what time glycerin will start to boil? Glycerin will boil at 290 degrees Celsius. However, a liquid slowly evaporates. Whatever it is, when we are heating a liquid, it will slowly start to evaporate. That means liquid will slowly changes to vapor. That is changes into vapor even without boiling. Right? If you are taking some water after boiling, if you are keeping it outside, you can see water vapors going outside. Right? Water vapor will go without heating. Also, water vapor will be evaporated. That is why rainfall. The rainfall is caused because of evaporation only. So, you may have observed that water left open to the air slowly evaporate. If you are keeping, if by mistake some water fell on the floor, after some time you can see that water will not be there because full water will get evaporated. A substance will exist in liquid state only below its boiling point. So, if a substance is below boiling point, that means if water is below 100 degrees Celsius, then it will be always liquid state. But if the water is changed to 100 degrees Celsius, means the water will changes to water vapor. So, when a substance in the liquid, if substance in the gaseous state is cooled, so when a gas is cooled, when water vapor is cooled, it will change to corresponding liquid. When a gas is cooled, condensation, when a gas is cooling, what we can see, that gas will change us to that particular liquid, and this phenomenon is called condensation. What is condensation? Cooling of gaseous substances, cooling of gases and converting to liquid is called condensation, or another name is liquefaction. Okay, when cooled, the molecule of gas become less energetic or come closer. See, now if we are taking this screen as a gas, so here so many gas molecules are there. Okay, let it be water vapor. Okay, so many gas molecules are there. So when we are cooling these gas molecules, if the atmosphere is very chilled, okay, if there is no sunlight, if the atmosphere is chilled, what will happen? These water molecules, they have in gaseous state, they have large intermolecular space. But when we are cooling the water molecule, these gas molecules will come closer. These gas molecules will come closer like this way. They will, since they are far away, when it is gaseous state, gas molecules are far away, but when we are cooling the gas, the molecules will come closer and forms another cluster and convert this gas molecule to liquid water or liquid, any liquid, whatever it is. Okay, so as a result, what will happen? As a result, what will happen? The intermolecular force will increase and the gas becomes a liquid. So, the intermolecular force will increase. When they are coming closer, their attraction will increases and slowly that gas will be converted to liquid. Understand? So, this is liquefaction or condensation. Okay, so we have studied how a liquid is converted to gas. How a liquid is converted to gas? By heating. When we are heating the gas, when it reaches that boiling point, it will evaporate and changes to liquid. The boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius and the boiling point of alcohol is 78 degrees Celsius and the boiling point of glycerin is 290 degrees Celsius. At that temperature, what will happen? The substances will, or that liquid will changes to vapor or gas. And how we can return that gas back to liquid? By cooling. The process of cooling a gas into liquid is called condensation. Another name is liquefaction. Okay, and how it will liquefy? When we are cooling a gas, the molecules will come closer. The molecule will come closer. As a result, the intermolecular space decreases and the force of attraction increases. So, the molecules will form a group and they will change us to liquid form. Clear? Then, are vapors different from gases? Is water vapor and gases are different? Is it different? No. Water vapor and gases are same. Instead of gas, we can say vapor also. Both are same only. Okay. We sometimes in the coming chapters it will be mentioned vapor form only. Vapor means a gaseous state. Another name of gaseous state is vapor. Okay. Both are in gaseous state. Substances that ordinarily exist in gaseous state. Which all exist in gases? Oxygen gas, nitrogen gas, hydrogen gas, carbon dioxide gas, etc. These all are the gaseous form. These all are gaseous gases in this state. However, substances that ordinarily exist in the solid or liquid state are called vapors in the gaseous state. See, for example, water. Water is a substance existing in liquid form. But when water is changing to liquid form, how we will name them? We will name it as vapors. Understand? Gases means they will completely, at all the time, they will exist in gaseous form only. Vapor means when we are cooling, they will come back to solid state. But oxygen gas, when we are cooling oxygen gas, will it become to oxygen solid or oxygen liquid? We cannot form. Okay, or that much high pressure we have to compress. That much detailed we don't want to study. So, gases means those liquids which will not change us to solid or liquid form. But vapor means those substances which can convert back to solid or liquid form. But altogether we will name it as gaseous state only. Okay. Thus, in the gaseous state, sulfur is it is actually a solid. Sulfur is an element is existing in solid form. Is called sulfur vapor. And water is called water vapor. When sulfur is changed to sulfur solid, sulfur is evaporated to gaseous form, we will not tell it as sulfur gas, we will tell it as sulfur vapor only. Same way, water when we are boiling, water gas we will not tell, we will tell it as water vapor only. Okay. Some solids vaporize directly. Some solids will very fastly evaporate. For example, that naphthalene is there. A naphthalene that we will get from that medical store for killing that insects and all, like a small circle white color tablet type naphthalene. Okay, cockroach medicine it is. Okay, so that type of medicines, or when we are keeping them outside, they will suddenly evaporate. Or another example is camphor. Camphor means what? That what you will tell in your Hindi, I don't know, it's a Hindi word. Camphor means that a temple we will put that name I forget. That thing when we are burning, it is a white color solid substance. When we are burning, what will happen? It will suddenly change us to gas only. It will not melt to liquid. Usually how gas is formed? Solid will melt to liquid, liquid will melt to vapor. Then this one property is there. Some solids will directly change to vapor without forming liquid form. Some solids are there which will directly change to water vapor or vapor form without changing to liquid. That property is called sublimation. What is sublimation? The process of changing a solid state substance directly to gaseous state without changing to liquid form is called sublimation. Understand? So, see, some solids vaporize without melting. That phenomenon is called sublimation. Okay. So, example, you must have observed that a mothball or an air freshener kept in the open slowly becomes smaller and finally disappear. See, that air freshener or that in that O'Donnell room freshener is there, no, that solid substance. When we are keeping it in the washroom or in the bedroom, wherever if we are keeping, that white color solid substance, it will not melt to liquid. When we are getting into the washroom, that fragrance only we can feel. That is beautiful, pleasant smell only we can feel, right? We will not see any liquid of that O'Donnell on the floor, because that solid will not change to liquid. It will suddenly change to what? That gas only. Its gas only will be produced. Okay. That formation is called sublimation. Okay. In fact, it is made up of a chemical called naphthalene. What is that? Room freshener are made up of naphthalene. Naphthalene, I told that insect, for killing that cockroach, we will use a white color thing called naphthalene, which sublimes at room temperature. That very fastly it will get evaporated to vapor. It will not melt. Okay, camphor also sublimes at room temperature. Iodine and ammonium chloride sublime when we heated. That iodine is a small mustard type of thing, sarso type of thing, it is iodine. When we are heating iodine, what happens is iodine will not melt, but it will change us to violet color gas, very beautiful violet color gas. In chemistry practical we will see this in 9th standard onwards, we will see burning of iodine, violet color gas will be produced. That all we will study in our lab. Okay. So these are the what is sublimation? Sublimation means changing a solid directly to vapor without converting to liquid form. That is called sublimation. Okay. Example camphor, naphthalene, room freshener, etc. Okay. So up to here, all of you read your textbook. We will be starting our next topic from tomorrow. Okay. Thank you all of you. Take care.